First time at Lionlike. Yeah, this is a new piece that I wrote. I don't usually do pieces like this, but this was inspired by a poet that I met, and it's called If You Only Knew. I promised myself that I would stop writing love poems for men that never knew my name. So I introduced myself. Hi, my name is Eboni. Nice to meet you. I'm a huge fan of your work, and what you did up there on that stage tonight was incredible. Before the last few syllables could leave my lips, I watched him look down at the ground, and I heard him stutter and barely utter a muted thank you, and I felt his fingertips slip through the grass with my palms as if I had held on too tightly for a handshake, even though everything in me wanted to give him a hug, and I saw him leave. Before I could even open up my eyes after the first blink, he was gone. Funny thing is though, those 7 special seconds we shared together took 15 minutes of preparation. Pep talk. But the funny thing is though, I didn't even take it personal, because I know what it's like to look down when it's far too difficult to look forward into the eyes of someone who's presenting some potential. And the funny thing is, I wrote this poem for him while he spoke his. So if we ever got the chance to actually speak to each other beyond the walls of ironic shyness and social silence shared by 2 supposed spoken word poets, these would be the words that I would say. Baby, if you only knew, I was as shy back then as you are right now. See, growing up, I moved a lot, and my only friends were the librarians. In all 3 of the high schools that I attended, I was misunderstood, missed and overlooked, far too dark to be pretty and much too deep for my own good. Still a black girl, a suburban black girl that wasn't black enough, far too reserved to be boisterous, far too insecure to leave a first impression, and far too self-conscious about my size to be noticed for my soul. I remained invisible. If you only knew, I was only smart and kept my nose in the books because I was far too afraid to look up. I wrote because I was far too afraid to speak. My silence caused many a heartbreaks from crushes that should remain unmentioned. But when I grew tired of this awkward position, I went to college and I did whatever I could to get some new kind of attention. See, I took my words to the stage just so that no one in their right mind would ever dare to call me the understudy. And I rocked a fro-colored jet black just so that no one in their right mind would ever dare to call me whitewashed. I shed 65 pounds just so that no man in his right mind would ever dare not to call me. Call me crazy, but call me crazy, but this, even in the midst of this journey to self-worth and discovery, I still couldn't find the beauty in my own reflection. Until recently, that is. You see, if you only knew, the confidence it took to actually walk up to you is, well, new. It's different. It has been under construction, and now it is open to the public for business. It is present tense. It is as real as your lyrics, as fresh as your swagger, as black and as bold, and as brilliant and as breathtaking as your stance, so statuesque and righteous, and it compliments you. If you only knew that you don't have to look down, for you are worthy. My brother, you are not a menace to society. You are a marvel to this world, and despite what society has wrongfully shown you, I see your black as beautiful, and rightfully so. You can look up, for you are mountains more than good enough, and God himself took his precious time and his mighty hands to make you and mold you and shape you and create you and breathe into you, and I see him in you. So lift up your head and see that God himself took that very same time and those very same hands to etch dimples upon my cheeks deep enough to reflect the longing light within your eyes when you are in need and your soul is crying for someone, anyone, just to smile back at you. If you only knew, I hear you, and I'm smiling. At every lyric and every punchline, it finds its way from your childish heart to the laugh lines that have so beautifully lined your deep brown skin, leaving marks echoing the story of the life that you've lived, and I've read you. line upon line and cover to cover up under those bright lights. So maybe upon this very stage, it's about time I share mine. See, I promised that I would stop writing love poems for men that never knew my name. And now that I've courageously introduced myself, maybe you can find enough courage to return the favor. Come up to me after this piece is done and say, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm a huge fan of your work. And what you did up there on that stage tonight was incredible."
Absolutely.